Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, it's been over a month since I posted a video. I was sick for a little while, sinus infection and other stupid things. Lady issues, I guess you could say, were happening. Um, I just was really not motivated to make things. I guess I was in kind of a slump. I also have a full-time job, so making these videos is hard. I made a lot of stuff for Halloween, like a lot of things that I didn't even film. Um, I felt like if I filmed everything, I would never have been able to edit it all. So I just made stuff that I wanted to make for my house, and I didn't show it. So I was like super burnt out for Halloween time or for October. So I'm hoping now that I can get back into the swing of things. I had intended to, you know, put my makeup on and do my cute little intro and, have footage of my cat in this video, but I just wanted to get it out and get it done. I've been trying to film this video for, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Um, a bunch of things went wrong while I was making the actual project. Um, I didn't leave footage of me just bumbling around in the video. I was going to, but then I just decided to, show you how to do it the right way. But needless to say, like a lot of stuff went wrong. I struggled quite a bit with this project, and I think that's what discouraged me from finishing it and getting it out. That's also why I'm doing this intro this way, right fresh from the shower, because I just need to get it done. But I think the final product is cute, so I think that you'll, enjoy that. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. So without further dudes, here is my version of the Dollar Tree gingerbread house. I'm going to start off by cutting some of these planks in half. These come from Dollar Tree. It would have been better to have the long rectangular ones, but this is what I had at home, so I just went with it. If you score each side about 5 or 6 times, it's easy to then snap it in half, and then you can just sand away any rough edges. So I cut 3 of these in half, so I'll have 6 total pieces. And then I'm going to take one of the halves and cut it in half again so that I have 2 quarters. Now I'm going to join together one of the longer sides and one of the quarter pieces. And I'm just using a big popsicle or craft stick to do that, a piece of one, and some wood glue. And I will make 2 of these. This little gingerbread house came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just giving it a base coat of brown paint. I'm also going to do the same thing for those pieces that I cut out. This is a custom mixed brown paint color, just a bunch of my different acrylics mixed together, so I can't tell you a shade. And I am making 2 gingerbread houses. You will see parts of them throughout the video, but it's basically the video is going to play like you're just seeing how to make one. At the end, I will show you both of them. But some of the windows and doors on the gingerbread houses were not 3D, so I decided to make them 3D so that it would be cohesive once it's decorated. And I'm using the dominoes from Dollar Tree, the wood dominoes, to cut those out of. And I'm just sloppy gluing it on there because it's all going to get painted and decorated, so you won't even notice that it's a little messy later on. And now I'm going to decorate. So I'm just taking my mini ruler and using that to make some lines. For this one, I'm going to do a sort of waffle pattern or like an ice cream cone pattern. And then I'm just going to fill it in with some white puffy paint. And I will do this for both of the shorter pieces. These stickers came from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use them at the intersection of each of the diamonds. This was kind of a pain because they are stickers, so they kept sticking to the tweezers and my fingers and everywhere but where I wanted them to go. So it is really time consuming, and you might be better off with something like a flat back rhinestone or something that isn't sticky on the back. For the two longer pieces, I'm going to go with stripes. That way I can disguise the seam where the two pieces join together. And then I'm going to decorate these with the same stickers, only the larger sized ones. They have both sizes at Dollar Tree, and these are the bigger ones. Isn't that pretty? And now I can start decorating the front of the house. These are paper straws from Dollar Tree. There are some shapes carved into this house, so I'm just kind of following what's already on there. These little ornaments are from Hobby Lobby. They're from their collection called My Little Christmas, and I wanted to have candy that looked real on here, but I didn't want to use real candy because I would like it to last forever, hopefully. So I decided to buy this. On the Hobby Lobby website, it showed that they do have some more traditional gumdrop shaped ones, but I didn't have those at my store. They only had the round ones. And then this is also My Little Christmas. It was on a string like a garland, and I just separated it. And the house has some Christmas lights carved into it, so I'm just putting this right on top of where the Christmas lights would have been. And then these little candy canes are also My Little Christmas. And I'm just shortening them because of where I want to put them. It looked better to have them a little bit shorter. These little candy cabochons came from Amazon. I bought a random pack of 100 mixed candy cabochons. And these little gingerbread cookies are made of clay. They are also part of the My Little Christmas line at Hobby Lobby. Now I don't show you in this video, because I decided to do it last minute, but I do cover the roof line and under the windows with puff paint. Originally, I was going to leave them bare and use the caulk that I use later, but I was afraid it might not stick, so I ended up going in with the puff paint, but I did do it off camera. And these little trees are carved into the house as well. I'm just using paint on them so that they show up a little bit better. And I think these are my favorite of all the My Little Christmas candies that I bought. They're just so cute. And these are some more of those candy canes. Just this time I clipped off the curved part instead of the straight part. And I wanted to add glitter because the little gingerbread cookies that I got at Hobby Lobby have glitter on them, so I thought it would match better. Plus it sort of mimics sugar. And these little, like a sequin sort of things are for nail art. And they're shaped like snowflakes, so I thought it would be cute to just stick them on there. And there she is so far. These I got on Amazon, and I'm just clipping off the little excess bits that were left on in the manufacturing. And I'm also going to clip off the hanger where you would put the ornament hook. And I'm using glitter Mod Podge to add to these candies and the gingerbread people. These particular candies were more of a matte finish than the rest of them, so I thought that would make them more cohesive. And I thought these lollipops would be cute with some snow on top. These also came from Amazon as a set. Both the candy canes and the peppermints came together. And I wanted to put some sticks on the people to help them stand up better later. So this is lightweight spackle and caulk from the Dollar Tree. This one was already open, so I just want to use up the rest of it before I opened a new one. I did want to get the caulk that comes in a squeeze bottle, like a hand squeezing bottle at Dollar Tree, but my store didn't have any. All they had was the kind that you need a caulk gun for, which I don't have, so I decided to cut it open. And I can tell you that squishing this around feels really cool. So yeah, I definitely don't recommend this. Try to find the squeeze bottle one, or if you have a caulk gun, then go ahead with that, but this could be really unsafe, so I don't recommend that you try to cut them open. Also, I would skip the glue. I thought I would need it to pipe the cream a little bit better, but it actually ended up making it too runny. And this is just a sign from Dollar Tree. Yep, look at me go. Anyway, this is a sign from Dollar Tree I'm going to use as my base, and I'm just evening it off. Is that a word, evening it? That sounds weird. Is that a word? Anyway, I'm making the edges more even so it's like a rectangle. Didn't do it very perfectly because it's going to be frosted, so you won't notice if it's a little crooked. And here I'm just assembling the house, and as you can see, these are different pieces than you saw earlier. As I said, I am making 2 houses, so these are different roof and side pieces. And then I will take my little structure and glue that down to my base. I didn't get this on camera. I forgot to turn the camera on, but these little trees are from Dollar Tree as well, and I just glued some candy on them with hot glue, and then I also added some of the puffy paint to the top to look like more snow or frosting. This part was really tedious because I have to hold the items in place until the hot glue dries so that they don't fall over, so it took a little while. And now I'm going to go ahead and get some frosting ready to pipe on. So these piping bags came from Dollar Tree as well as the plastic tips. And I figured, I know I can't use this for food after I've used it for caulk, and I figured cleaning it would probably be kind of a mess, so I just thought it'd be better to get the Dollar Tree piping tips. That way I can just throw it away when I'm done. I also wasn't sure that it's a good idea for the pipes or the environment to be washing caulk down the sink anyway, so this will go right in the trash afterwards. So I'm going to set this aside for now, and I'm first going to cover my base with a layer of my frosting snow caulk mixture. Oh no. Seriously? What the heck is wrong with me? So now I'm just gonna pipe on some details. They're kind of messy, but it gets the point across and I think it turns out looking cute. Now I'm gonna add some candy. I realized that I had forgot to put this lollipop on the base before I frosted, so I'm just scraping out a spot where I can stick some hot glue, and then I just have to hold it in place until the glue dries like I did before. And it appears I got thirsty at some point. This is where I realized that the glue had thinned out my mixture too much. As you'll see in a couple minutes when I'm done piping the roof and I try to do the next step, it starts to drip off a little bit. Luckily, most of it stayed on okay and it dried fine, so it didn't really affect it too much, but it definitely was too droopy and my peaks probably would have been a lot more defined if I hadn't put so much glue in it. And originally I was going to use a second one of those wood gingerbread houses to enclose the back of this, but I couldn't find any at my Dollar Trees. I had gone back to get another one and I checked 3 different Dollar Trees and no one had one. So I decided that I would just go ahead and paint the back and fill in the bottom with some more of my frosting. No one's gonna see the back, but I just like having a finished back on things. And then as a little last minute finishing touch, I'm just going to take some more puff paint and go through and coat some things that I felt needed snow on top. Now I'm putting some more of those snowflake nail art flakes onto the ground. And then I'm going to put some glitter on the path to kind of bring that out a little bit more. And I will press that glitter down a little with my fingertip after I put it on to help it stay. And with that, it's all done. Okay guys, before I get to the beauty shots, I just wanted to jump in and show you this. So this is the house that I used the mixture on that had the glue in it. And I think because the glue made it a little more wet, it caused this board on the bottom to buckle when it dried. It was kind of bowed up all over the place. So I wet the bottom of it with just water, just a spray bottle, and like soaked the whole bottom underneath on the unpainted side. And then I'm just sitting weights on it. And even like they've been on here maybe for half hour and it's already flattened out more than it was when I first put them on there. So I think if I leave this overnight and let it dry completely, that should push the curve back down. And then I also wanted to show you this. So this is the other house. This is how I figured out that I needed to mix the spackle and the caulk together, because when I tried to frost this house, I could not squeeze just the just the plain caulk through a piping bag. It kept getting stuck and actually it burst holes through the bag. So for this one, I just spread it with a spatula and I didn't do any, detail work with the piping bag because I couldn't, I didn't have spackle to mix in it. So that's why I did that. I've seen people use the squeezy tube caulk that I didn't find at my Dollar Tree, and they were able to just squeeze it out by hand, no problem. So I think the caulk that I got that goes in the caulk gun is probably thicker. So it looks pretty dry under here. It feels pretty dry. So yeah, that flattened it right out.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
And I just wanted to throw in some bonus footage for you guys. I also made this, but I didn't film it because I followed a tutorial from Crafting in Mimi's World, so it's very similar to what she made. I didn't think I needed to film it, so I will just link her video down below, which is where I got the inspiration from. And I also made a few other little things. So my mom wanted some little gingerbread people to stand around her village, and also in a tier tray. So I took the rest of my little gingerbread people that I got on Amazon, and I made it so that they can stand up. All I did was glue a couple of the blocks, the Jenga blocks on the back. I had to use two. It wouldn't stand up with just one. They don't look great from behind, but they're going to be displayed where you can really only see them from the front anyways, so it should be all right. And then she also bought this ornament, I believe maybe from Walmart. It was 98 cents. And she asked if I could decorate that as well. So I took what I had left of my candy and decorated that for her. Oh. Again, I used some Jenga blocks to make it so it stands. So this will probably go in the tier tray. And then she also bought this at the Dollar Tree. See if I can back it up far enough. She bought this guy at the Dollar Tree and asked me to decorate him. I'm just going to turn him sideways. I don't really like how he came out, but she's doing like a gingerbread theme in our kitchen, so she wanted a few different things for that. So that's your bonus footage. Hope you enjoyed.